What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. As my dogs freak out over the storm that's happening outside, it's pretty crazy out there. The Yu-Gi-Oh community is freaking out over getting 4 new number monsters 1 through 4. I have not got to read them yet, but I have seen a very frightening image of number S0 getting summoned by all these different cards and being explained that there's this super ash resistant way to summon S0 now, so maybe he's going to get banned. At the time of recording this video, let's actually go market watch view here real quick. We see that there are ultras on market, but running out of listings very quickly. I think he's like the ultra rare out of the Jump magazine, disappearing somewhat fast. We see actually $4.29, 36 copies. There's 16 down here, so not the worst quantities versus the amount of sellers, but boy, are there not many ultras left. And then the super. So we'll see if this lives up to the hype, and by the time, if I even get this up, if these copies are still there. That being said, the Numeron monsters. Let's go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Org layout here instead of Market Watch layout and see what we're working with. Not a reaction channel, by the way. Numeron Wall is a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster. Was he on the picture? Was he on the graph? He is on the graph, so he should be insane, right? Level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster, attack 0, defense 0. You can only use 1 card with this card's name once per turn. If you control no cards, or the only cards you control is Numeron Wall, quick effect. Quickie, you can send this card from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard. Take 1 Numeron Network from your hand or graveyard and activate it. Second effect, when you take battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, in the battle phase at the end of damage step. Yo, he's Battle Fader on top of a searcher. So I'm guessing how this is working is that the spell is going to be very, very important towards this. Interesting. We see Chaos number 1, Gate of Numeron Sunya. It's a C monster, actually, a C, number C one, so not just straight up number 1. And we see that he is a rank 2 Dark Machine Xyz effect monster, attack 2000, defense 1000, materials 4 level 2 monsters. That's pretty darn thick. You can also Xyz summon this card by using number 1 Numeron Gate Ekam you control as a material, transfer the material. So it just flops right on it. Okay. If this card is Xyz summoned, banish all monsters on the field. That's pretty good. That would include itself though, right? If this card is banished, well, there you go. During your next standby phase, you can special summon this banished card. Also, if you control Numeron Network, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the total attack of all banished Xyz monsters. That's pretty good. Alright, number 1 Gate, so this is the guy that you can just plop that on. Rank 1 Light Machine Xyz effect monster, attack 1000, defense 100, materials 3 level 1 monsters, cannot be destroyed by battle. Ooh, he's a gate, he's thick. At the end of damage step, when this monster battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, double the attack of all Numeron monsters on the field for the rest of the turn. So you can make some boys extra big, but they all seem to be 1000 here. We see number 2 Numeron Gate Div, rank 1 Light Machine Xyz effect monster. I guess they're saving the best for last, right? We see 3 level 1 monsters make this. Cannot be destroyed by battle again. At the end of damage stuff, if it battles quick effect, you can detach a material from this card, double the attack of all Numeron the rest this turn. Is that exactly the gosh dang same? The other one took 3 materials also. Huh. Okay. Number 3. Do you just do the same thing? Numeron Gate Trini. Alright. This is a rank 1 Light Machine Xyz effect monster, attack 1000, defense 100, 3 level 1s, can't be killed by battle. At the end of damage step, when this monster battles an opponent's monster, quickie, you can detach an Xyz material from this card, double the attack of all Numeron monsters on the field. Double, double, double. Well, it doesn't say original attack at least, so I guess you could cheese out something. Number 4, don't tell me you do the same thing. 3 materials, can't be killed by battle. At the end of damage step, when it battles, you detach double all Numerons. Numbers 1 through 4, ladies and gentlemen. Very repetitive to find that one out real quick. Okay, let's see what the insane card is. Numeron Network, field spell. So yeah, searchable by Planet Pathfinder. This is the hype, right? This is what people are freaking out over, right? You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can send one Numeron normal spell card that meets its activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that spell's effect when that card is activated. Woo. If a Numeron XYZ monster you control would activate its effect by detaching a material, it can activate that effect without detaching a material. Very interesting. Numeron Direct, I'm guessing this is what you said. You send Numeron Calling, normal spell card, if a Numeron network is in your field zone, but you control no monster, special summon 4 Numeron Gate Xyz monsters with different names from your extra deck, but they are banished during the end phase, and for the rest of the turn you can only normal or special summon the ones. Yep, I would say the graph is pretty darn accurate. And I would think this would lead to the banning of Utopic Zexal finally. We've had multiple formats that were problematic with them, should this be the case. So I get it. I guess the field spell is able to go ahead and send the spell card of activation conditions from deck to graveyard. So it sends from deck to grave, and its effect becomes that. But you can only use this card's name effect once per turn. Wow. So, if I'm understanding this right, if you use this, you're able to summon out all 4 of these, and you now just straight up have the conditions. Let's read Zexal real quick. Let's go back to Market Watch view here. Let's read Zexal together real quick. If memory serves, he has an actual way to make him, besides a rank up. 3 number Xyz monsters with the same rank. This card's original rank is always treated as 1. So you are sending 1, 1, 1, 1 instead of, just slapping on their big boss monster. You're gonna do this, summon everybody, and just combine them all into Utopic Zexal with extra... No, you can't do extra materials. 3 number monsters, same rank, specifically 3, so you can't get the extra material. But then you can just plop on top of the other one. No, you're actually stuck summoning only once, so S0 is indeed your move. Alright, this card's Xyz summon cannot be negated. When Xyz summoned, your opponent's cards and effects can't be activated. This card gains 1,000 attack and defense for each material, so he's 3k. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. Your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated. So, several turns of, hey, you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I'm going to continue to do my thing. I would say this is going to be kind of what breaks S0 once again in terms of its usability. I guess, let's look back at the chart. I guess the chart is pretty darn accurate. You can do anything into the field spell or getting out Numeron Wall himself, because we wrap back around to this. Numeron Wall can send and take Numeron Network from hand or graveyard and just activate it. So you have an N archetype way to spam all these guys on board, and that would be just the ability to go into him, and then I guess you lose the last one. You just stack 3 on top of itself. That's pretty wacky. I didn't see this coming for the ability to just go, bloop, I'm going into S0 once again. They usually avoid that card, I feel like. They usually avoid creating things. And they even have their own N archetype guy that you're supposed to go into without a rank up spell of all things. You just plop them on. Like, wow. Konami R&D, but you can only summon once. I guess so. They figured this choke out, you gotta make it worth it. Whatever you're summoning, they don't restrict the summon. That's interesting, right? They don't restrict you from link summoning. They don't restrict you from whatever you want to do. But we all know where you're headed right now with this. We all know where this card is going. It has to be towards there. So you're able to send. It fulfills the requirements by having the field spell. Ghost Ogre Smile, I guess, because you send and that's the cost, and you would pop it there. So I guess the quote unquote ash resistance of this. No, we're just Ghost Ogre. I don't know. Can't you ash that? It sends. You send one from deck to grave. But I guess if this is sent, this would still be in the field spell. So it's actually still sent. And so, this is in the grave, but then this effect becomes that spell cards. Aren't you still negating this effect? So I feel like you can Ash Blossom this. I feel like that was a not right assessment. I feel like Ghost Ogre is the way to deal with this. But let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. I'm still processing. I'm still wrapping my head around this. Summon the 4 guys. But you're going to make your next one the last. Is it for the rest of the turn, by the way? Can you, like, do other things and then do this? If a Numeron network, and for the rest of the turn, yeah. So you can actually play other engines, do other things, decide what you're going to want to do, but you have to have 4 open slots for the Xyz. You can use the extra monster zone for one of those, because you can just decide where all of them are going. Yeah, definitely my player brain is racing with this and saying it's very, very good. Maybe, I don't want to say Eldritch and everything, but maybe you could consider engines, because the rest of your, after you use those cards, the rest of your cards can go anywhere. It's literally just go to the field spell, pitch this, you have it all. One card does it, and then you can play a bunch of back row, a bunch of real cards, and have an S0, but you want to have plans for the next turns. So maybe Eldritch really is the resource game. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Late night news coming your way. And let me know what you think of these number monsters. Pretty degenerative. S0 is probably going to get the axe, I would think, when these are releasing then.